So this would be my worldwide download celebration, like concept, like a wish. Um, I basically leaned it more to instead of they just give us content and we just do it and then they drop content next part. I decided to do like a theme, like Broly coming to Earth, world breaking threat. Um, so to get started, it'd be the 7 day countdown. When the countdown starts, a mini movie will appear with Goku and Vegeta telling us a giant power is coming to Earth and we need to prepare. It will have us do like panel missions every single day. All of them are different things. Maybe like train, um, put orbs in a character, um, run events that we usually wouldn't do, like the B pan event, um, like the orb event. I know I don't do that. But they just have you do a whole bunch of stuff. Every time you complete your missions every day, you'll get a coin called the suppressor coin. This will come in part three. You'll have seven at the end. Um, you won't know what they do yet. Um, there will also be an event called Surging with Power. It gives any EX orbs and currency that can be exchanged for a wallpaper. A wallpaper can be cool. I think wallpapers are nice. For collection wise, and then a super easy A would drop for this countdown. In Super Gogeta, because you know who's gonna be in it. Um, so basically just stuff to get us excited for it. Then part one, Untamable Beast. Once part one starts, another main movie starts, and it shows Broly and Paragus arriving. Goku and Vegeta arriving to confront them. Goku starts off fighting Broly. It'd be God Vegeta versus Raffle Broly. Um, Part 1 LR would be God Vegeta. Basically, a beast Gohan with better damage because I mean, his defensive ability is still good. It's just his damage is just lackluster. In a tag, Paragus and Raffle Broly. Bro, Paragus would be like, Paragus would be like, how do I say it? Well, it says right here, but I mean, like, it would be, he would be as good as like Tech Broly, but for 3 turns. And once those 3 turns are over, you can switch into Broly, and then he'll just be like, let's say he'll be like Super Saiyan AGL, Super Saiyan 4 Goku worthy, like to that standard. Um, Easy characters will release STR found from Cooler and Tech Super Saiyan Goku Easy A's. Um, I think this would be a cool time for them to Easy A Part One because this Broly and Paragus would be on the team for movie bosses. Um, Vegeta will be, let's say, I don't know, like Power Beyond Super Saiyan or whatever. He would be for Tech Goku. Well, no, I mean he could lead movie bosses and maybe Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Maybe just depends if they want to introduce a new category. Two events will come out. One called Ferocity of the Power Within, and one called Combined Power of the Divine Duo. Each will have 3 stages, one per part for each of them. Stage one will be against base Paragus, Broly, Raffle Broly. For combined power of the Divine Duo would be against base Vegeta, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and God Vegeta. I didn't want to do, I did not want to do like a Super Saiyan Vegeta that goes into God Vegeta. I just want standalone God Vegeta. They could probably make him Tech or Int. Int would be cool. Actually, if I had to choose which one, probably AGO actually. It's either AGL or STR. But yeah, both will award suppressor coins, like just like just like here. Um, you get 5 stones for like category missions and missions for beating it. Um, like I said, the use would not be revealed until part three. Tons of more missions will come out for part one, and Kai's and other goodies. There will also be a raid against Raffle Broly. Raids have not been touched ever. Um, since dang, when was it? It's been a long time, but I think it was for when the Tech Universe Rep Goku and Frieza came out, I believe. I don't count the that raid that you get to 999 and you get like stones and stuff. I don't know. I don't count that. But there would be a raid against Broly. The effective category would be Exploding Rage. That's co-op. I want them to do this for like big celebrations for like Hanabata, Worldwide, Anniversary. Raids are cool, and then effective categories against them to like do as much damage since co-op. That would be cool. That's what I think Dokkan's missing. Like they took away Chain Battle, which is it's Chain Battle is okay. I liked it, but then they took away that feeling of like working with people. This is what they can do. They could like do this and then have like a system like that too. That like if you beat it, you get other stuff. But one raid in each part in total. There would be an effective category. This one would be Exploding Rage. Each will give Zenny category skill orbs for the category that's effective. And 50 stones for each raid. I believe that's generous. That's basically giving you a login to, and then this for beating it. Well, at the end of each part, 50 stones. I said Dragon Balls. Um, I looked and saw that most major celebrations have Dragon Balls, so I was like, you know what, I'll throw this in there. And then I'm taking a ticket from a ticket, but I'm taking a page out of like what they're doing now. They're giving free tickets for two 7 character multis on only part 1 banners. So you can't use like these tickets for like part 2 or 3. It's only for these. But there also, will be events dropping like story events, revamps and stuff for your characters. I didn't include all that. I just included like all the big stuff. So after that, it would be Clash of the Strongest. Once part 2 starts, a second movie well, not trailer, a second mini movie will show Broly transforming into Super Saiyan and Vegeta backing off while Goku takes over to fight Broly. God versus Super Saiyan Blue, God Blue Goku versus Super Saiyan Broly. Um, I wanted to give these characters like some kind of like some like I just don't want to have them like, hey, damage reduction, dodge, and guard, boom, done. I didn't want to do that. These are worldwide celebration units. Part 2 would be a God Goku revive into SSB. When he when he gets up, tears his shirt off and goes blue. Then he'll have a key blast notification when Super Saiyan Blue, and then a final form Frieza slash Golden Frieza with a Dragon Ball Wish active to clear all enemies' attacks, aka a Ghost Usher. That would be cool because he'd be on movie bosses too. I want to give Frieza some representation, so I think this is where this could go. This would be nice. Um, and then 2 more Easy A's: AGL Golden Frieza and Resurrection of F Blue Duo. They would need it. He needs it because it's his time now, and I believe it's their time now too. And stage 2 would be for this Ferocity of the Power Within would be against Golden Frieza, Super Saiyan Broly. It could be hard. It could have toxic mechanics. Part 3 is where it gets like that's like the built up like like if you don't have these characters, then you might not be able to beat it. Even even the the 10th anniversary LRs might not be able to beat it. Um, but yeah, stage 2 of the combined power of the Divine Duo would be against God Goku and Super Saiyan Goku. Obviously, I didn't just want to do Super Saiyan Blue Goku and just have like a one base fight. Um, because obviously they're gonna have like tons of HP. Both will reward more suppressor coins and 5 stones each mission. Same thing. Tons of more missions will come for part 2 and Kaizen Goody. Same thing. There'll also be a raid against Super Saiyan Broly. So basically, every part he's gonna transform. Super Saiyan Broly. This time the category effective is full power. Um, Same thing. Co-op. There'll be Same thing, 50 stones, Zenny, EX skill orbs for this category for full power. The second set of Premier Dragon Balls, and then more tickets for the part 2 banners for free. Like, complete all the missions that they give out, and you'll get 14 free tickets. And then, more characters come out, more free play characters, EZAs, the AGL Golden Frieza and ROF Blue Duo. And then part three is where it takes that leap. Battle to end all battles. This is gonna be a lot of talking. Once part 3 starts, a third mini movie appears, and Vegeta steps in to help Goku, but they both still get beat. Um, they will then retreat to Piccolo. Piccolo will then task you, aka us, to hold off Broly for 10 turns. You will automatically be put into the fight and can't leave. The fight will be scaled depending on your power level, characters, and team. So like it won't be like impossible for like a new player to beat it. So it's not too hard, but it will still be challenging. Because like 10 turns, if you somehow die during this, then you basically get put back to turn 1 to retry again. Um After 10 turns, Broly will transform into legendary Super Saiyan. The mini movie will appear again and show Goku and Vegeta fusing into Blue Gogeta, the Part 3 LR. He will enter transmission into the fight and will allow you to use him with any team you want. You will then have to defeat legendary Super Saiyan Broly with Blue Gogeta on your team. So basically, you get to try him out. Um, but Broly will have 1 billion health and a super for 100 million. But you can use the suppressor coins, like a support item, to stop him from supering every turn. Make it to turn 20, and Gogeta will automatically charge a ultimate Kamehameha and will launch it at Broly on turn 25 or the next appearance. Another mini movie will appear, and before it hits Broly, he will be teleported back home. Gogeta will then thumbs up you and say Earth is now safe and defuse. And Vegeta will argue with Goku about, fusing. And Goku will thank you, and they will both teleport away. The end. The end of the story. Boom. You have used the LR. You won. This is like as soon as you log in, like, before you even like see the banners or whatever in game, you'd be teleported in. You use him, and like, you know what? I want some from him because he's cool. But now this is where it gets like this is where they take the leap. What I think would be the best for the game because it's it's not like utilized because like they just put it in like was it last year? No, it was for 9th anniversary. Yeah, so they put yeah, so they basically just put it in. Um, our 3 characters would be a tag switch Blue Goku Vegeta into Blue Gogeta. Domain can be activated as soon as you fuse into Gogeta. Domain will be level 5. You see this right here? This is gonna be all this later. So domain. So let's say you switch into Gogeta. Third turn, start a battle. Easy, done. Um, but they will stack. So they will stack a lot. Like 10th anniversary stack wise. Um, so you want to stack a little bit and then switch over. But if you need to, then you can do this. And a legendary Super Saiyan Broly will have a target mechanic that will surpass Cell Max's target mechanic. Broly will have guard. That's spelt. Didn't catch that. And damage reduction and added damage reduction per Ram Key. So basically, he's just like Anniversary Gogeta, but a little bit better because he's a target mechanic, which might actually make him number 1 in the game. But Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, come on, he deserves it. One easy character. I looked and I checked to see what they could do. The only character that they could do would be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Because there's Gogeta. That's the only character that it could do. Because I looked through movie heroes, I looked at fusions. There's like nothing really that they could really EZA besides another Super EZA, which I didn't really want to do. I was thinking about it for part 3 for this one, but or part 2. but I don't want them to waste all their opportunities now. And then this is where it gets hard. Stage 3 of Veracity of the Power Within will be against Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. He will have every toxic mechanic dodge canceling. He'll lower your attack and defense. He will AoE super 2 times a turn and will disable domains. New Gogeta will disable domain cancel effect. So you cannot bring UI Goku in there and do his domain unless you have the new Gogeta. Um, but 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 you can only have the new Gogeta out doing this part right here in turn 3, and Goku will get you killed because he will also cancel dodge. Um, so that would be hard, but not like impossible. Okay, this is what is. Oh, stage 3, combined power of the Divine Duo will be against Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, and Blue Gogeta will have every toxic mechanic and will have a 20% chance to counter supers up to 3 times a turn. Counters will damage the same amount as Gogeta will super for. That is up to 3 times, so maybe once every character, which basically means it gives you no time to like gives you no time. I don't know how to say it. Basically, it gives you no time to like build up with the 10th anniversary LRs. So, so you basically need these characters, or you can bring, I don't know, Tech God Goku in for his name introduction and everything, which I still don't think he'll live even against one of these. Counters with damage, yes, same as Gogeta. Super Gogeta will open a domain, but if you try to open a domain while okay, so they would, so this part right here, I'm talking about like they would have to change the domain of like an opening thing, so let's say like right now when you try to open a domain, if one domain, I believe it's I believe if the enemy has a domain, you can't open one of your domains. I think. I think that is. So you'd have to wait for your enemy's domain to go away and then you open yours. But with this, they would have to change that to where if your enemy has a domain and you try to open a domain, it will clash. So domain clash, basically, JJK. Um and then the reverse will happen too. Like if you have domain and like you beat your enemy and then he transforms and he in that event he has a domain right there, his domain and your domain will clash, and whoever's is like the highest level will win, and in the lowest one, like the domain that loses against that clash will not be able to be open again with that character for the rest of the battle. I basically say that down here. So basically it's basically just a JJK, you know just to make it more interesting, because domains have been underutilized, but they're really scared of domains, given like dodge or whatever. But I mean, come on. So, um, yes. But super here's domains it'll fail, and you won't be able to open a domain with. Okay, yeah. Vegeta will open a domain, but if you try to open a domain while his is active, your domain will fail, and you will not be able to open a domain with that character for the rest of battle. This will introduce a new mechanic, domain strength, or domain field, or like domain level, I guess. Domains will now have a strength level, and if 2 domains clash, then whichever domain is strongest will succeed, whichever like level is highest, and the weaker domain will fail and won't be able to open a domain with that character. Yeah, domain will fail and won't be able to open a domain with that character for the rest of battle. So, and okay, let's say you have 2 domains. Also, let's say you have 2 domains that are also like the exact same strength, the exact same everything. Like the level is same. When you go to clash them, when they clash, they will both cancel each other out. Like so, like no domain will open. They'll cancel each other out, and no domain will open. So basically, just like JJK2. Um, so yes, yes, yes. You will be able to upgrade your domain, but it costs a lot of zenny and resources. So like zenny, like I know like a lot of people have like max zenny. Right now, I don't because I grind the zenny statues, but I don't trade them in because I just grind easy A's to get the highest amount I can of those. So I don't really sell those. And then so you upgrade them for resources too. I don't know. Well, with this new thing right here, like a different version of skill orbs called domain expansion orbs. Max level would be 10. They can make this 20 or whatever they want. If 10 is like too low, or the buffs are too high per level, each level upgrade each level upgrades abilities like dodge chance, crit chance, attack and defense, even how long a domain lasts. Free play characters' domains will always be level 1, but any summonable character who has a domain will depend. Well, yeah, but any summonable character who has a domain, their level will depend on the dev's balancing skills. So, like, let's say this Gogeta came out tomorrow and it's level 5, and then let's say 2 weeks from now, a Vegeta one came out and his is level 6. It just depends on what they want to do, strength level wise, like when they come out. Um, but then that would be that, and that'd be a very toxic mechanic. Um, but I would love to see this because domains are just cool. When they were first introduced, it was like it's pretty cool with like Goku. So they could just like expand on that, make the game actually fun with like raids and stuff too. Maybe like a raid every month. Like make it like more interactive. Like don't just like make it beginner friendly. Make it like veteran friendly too. Because my account, I know this account that I have now is like not it's not like super 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 old. It's not like day one, but it's pretty old. I basically have done everything in the game. I'm 999. It's just come on. We want stuff to do too, and if it's like a raid every month or week, um, those are super easy to do because Legends does them. But they have like a AI bot that fights you. This would just be like a AI, just regular. Basically, just any Dokkan event they could run, but it's just in a separate tab of like raids. But that would this would be part 3. Not done yet. Um, so then part 3, obviously, tons of more raids will come out for part 1. Oh, I guess I forgot to take that out and put part 3. So it's for part 3 for Kai's and other goods. There'll also be a raid against Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Affected category is Uncontrollable Power. Same thing, co-op, same rewards, Zenny, EX orbs for uncontrollable power, 50 stones each raid. So 3 raids, that will be 150 stones just in raid rewards. This last raid will be harder than the last 2. If he is defeated, everyone who does a certain amount of damage will get 77 stones and a title. Whoever does the most amount of damage gets an extra 23 stones to make it 100 stones in total, and a title called Legendary Raider. So basically, it's just like on Legends ranking, kind of. Um, because I know their titles like Legendary, like preseason or whatever, but they would get a title called Legendary Raider. Um, and then every raid would have this. So I know Lotad, he does like world tournament stuff. He's basically the first in every single world tournament. He could do this. So it's basically just like a new version of the kind of like world tournament. Just grind this up. And then third set of Prima Dragon Ball special wish to get a ticket to summon on any banner that has a higher chance to get. Well, you summon on any banner of the anniversary. Um, and that banner has a higher chance than the original banner. It's basically just it's just like Legends. with like the 5% chance to get the new character once you summon a certain amount. Um, if you have leftover suppressor coins, you can exchange them for meats, Kai's, box space, Zenny statues, and or stones. Be one for one. So like maybe you probably have about, if I were to do this, you probably have about like, if you didn't use any, I'd say you probably have about 100 maybe with like missions and stuff and like raid rewards. You have 100, and if you use them against that Broly for part 3 to suppress him doing like 100 million super every turn, so that's about 25. So you could probably exchange about 60 of them for 60 stones. And then after that, there might be an EX part. I didn't really want to do an EX part because I don't want to. Because like I already did like all the major easy A's like LR Final Cooler, Super Saiyan Goku. I don't know what they would do now for this. I don't know, like maybe give like a really old LR for part 3 from like a Broly movie or whatever. I don't know, give one of them an easy A. Um, let's see, who could they give a easy A to? Can't even think of anybody off my head, but they could probably do part 3, not part 3, a EX part, and then easy A like an LR for somebody. But yeah, I personally would love this kind of celebration because like it makes it more interactive with the raids and like the movies and everything and like co-op stuff. That's what I liked about that stuff back then when they actually did co-op stuff still. And raids, that's cool. I like that. Just make it interactive like Legends does with like raids and a whole bunch of rewards they can use to upgrade stuff from that anniversary. Um, yeah. So, comment, like, subscribe. I haven't posted a video. I posted one easy A video like yesterday or day before, and that was my first video after like 2 months. But like, subscribe, do that kind of stuff, and then I might do more of these. I'll probably do one for anniversary too, in a couple months. Cause dang, anniversary is like 7 months away. So this new schedule is rough. But like, subscribe, and adios.